Well, hi there, and welcome to our Sunday Song Time. Yes, here on this brand new Sunday, middle of February 2025, here in Ontario, where I'm recording this. It's our Family Day weekend. Yes, so happy Family Day weekend to you. A couple days ago, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And didn't we have a pile of snow come down, and more than once this week? Wow. It's a real Canadian winter up here. First time in a long time. Yes. The groundhog said we were going to have an early spring. They're still looking for him, actually. He's in a snowbank somewhere. But anyway, listen, you want to warm somebody's heart? Yes. Lend them your snowblower. They'll love you forever. Anyway, so I have a song about love. Odd thing is that it's a song that I wrote myself. Oh, yeah. And, okay, in just a moment, you'll understand why I don't make my living writing songs. And I wanted to do this song, and here's the thing, right? You notice I have my capo way up here. I'm the only person I know of who actually wrote a song that I can't sing. In more ways than one, but the key to it, and because I wanted to write it like a 1950s doo-wop song. Remember those? And you have background singers, right? Someone on the piano going bing, 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 right? Some bass singer going dip, 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 dip. In fact, dip is a very important word in 1950s doo-wop music, by the way. Yes. So I'm hoping that you will provide some of the background singing on this song, because as you can see, I'm going to have enough trouble with 12 strings and trying to figure out what key I'm supposed to do this in. There's an important reason why I'm doing this song. Yes. As I say, it's not to try and make a living off of this music. But I wanted to share this because it's based on, I borrowed probably the greatest words on love ever written. Ooh, how about that? Well, I don't know. It's pretty hard to beat what the Apostle Paul wrote in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. We call it the love chapter. And he starts that off really by saying, I'm going to show you the most excellent way. The most excellent way. We think about all the different gifts that we have. And there are all kinds of gifted people and people who have gifts of the Holy Spirit. But Paul's saying there's something even more important. He says, if I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, in other words, if I can speak some kind of heavenly language, but do not have love, I'm only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. I'm just making noise. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. And he goes on and says that about several things. And he describes love for us, the kind of love that God, well, first of all, is interested in, but secondly, the kind of love that God is. Right? Because you remember, John said, God is love. God is. Well, love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It's not self-seeking. It keeps no record of wrongs. All these things that true love actually is. And so I put it into a song. And like I say, I'm going to need some help singing it, but there's an important reason why I just wanted to do this song. A reminder again for you and me. The kind of love we're supposed to have in this world. Because, well, first of all, we love because God first loved us. And Jesus even gave us that command, didn't he? Yes, love one another as I have loved you. So you must love one another. And by this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. And I was really challenged. I was watching Jim Cymbala from the Brooklyn Tabernacle Church down in New York City. And he just said, if people are looking at the Christian church today, do they think of us as being the kind of people who love one another and love them? And is it all about love for us? And I had to think, wow, certainly in certain circles, yes, but can we do some improving? I think we can. But anyway, I'll get to that in a second. But first, I need my doo-wop singers. Yes. And here we go. This song based on 1 Corinthians 13. It's just called Love. And hope you enjoy it. Love never ever seeks its own. It never ever leaves you lonely. Love is patient, love is kind, and love isn't jealous. Love, it never fails, and love holds no grudges. It rejoices in the truth. If I speak with the tongues of angels and know all mysteries, I may have the faith to move mountains, but without love, I haven't got a song. I'm just a noisy gong, and love is the greatest gift of all. It's the power of God to the people, and it's the reason we live. Anyway, this is a nice place right here for some kind of an instrumental break, and singers and all that stuff. Dip, 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 yeah. Love is patient, love is kind, love doesn't boast, isn't proud. Love will always protect a brother, love will always trust. It never hurts another, and love isn't just some way you feel. It isn't what you see in the movies. Love is Jesus in you and me. Love is Jesus in you and me. Love. Love is Jesus in you and me. Love. Ooh. Anyway, hope you sang along with that, or at least put up with that. Yeah, love, and it describes God. God is love. And so I remember reading one time, somebody made a quote, and they just sort of said, hey, if God is love, then hate has to be the worst form of blasphemy. Ooh, boy, that stings, doesn't it? Yeah, love, it never fails. And it's patient, it's kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It's not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. And I hope maybe you'll read over 1 Corinthians 13, because if you want to get an idea of what God is like, right? Of what Jesus is like, and how he wants us to be like, patient and kind, and not envious and not boastful. And, we live in a world today filled with boasting. Oh, boast and loudness. right? People clamoring to be the greatest. And if you get into a conversation with somebody, maybe it's a bit of a heated conversation. I get that. But have you ever noticed people who don't allow another person to speak? In other words, if I can speak the fastest and the loudest, I will win this argument. And it's like, no, you won't. You'll just prove that you're annoying, and the other person will give up, because what's the point? And so I just wanted to say this to you today. And I was thinking about it, actually, when I was putting a sermon together a couple of weeks back. Well, I think I was even mentioning that last time, right? When I was thinking about God, who so loved the world, right? That he gave. He opened his hands and gave Jesus. And love is a giving sort of a thing. And I thought to myself, okay, I believe in this world today, right? Because Jesus said, everyone would know you are my disciples if you loved one another. Why would that be important that people would know? Well, I think it's because the Holy Spirit is in this world today drawing people to himself. He's drawing people to God. Yes, the Spirit is moving among us. I think I said that last week too. He walks among us with open hands. And so the Spirit is out there trying to draw people. Now, here's the thing. It's really hard to hear the Spirit's voice. Do you know why? I mean, I'm not talking about people who claim to have some audible communication with God. I've never heard him audibly, but do you know why the Holy Spirit is so hard to hear? It's because the Scriptures tell us that his voice is a gentle whisper. It's a still, small voice. So I thought of this the other week, and the noisy world we live in, and even among followers of Jesus, just noisy. And I thought to myself, people will not be able to hear the voice, the still, small, the gentle whisper of the Holy Spirit, if all they get from us is noise. If we're just noisy gongs and clanging cymbals, people won't get to hear the truth. Isn't that something? Yeah. And so, hey, 1 Corinthians 13, get it in your mind and in your heart. And then let's live that way. Let's live that way. Because God is interested in so many people. God so loved the world, and he wants to do that through you and me. In fact, I think it's in 1 John, is it chapter 4, where the apostle there, he even says that when we love one another, God's love is made perfect in that love. And we think, God's love has to be made perfect? What? He wants cooperation from us. They'll know you are my disciples if you love one another. Let's stop making so much noise. Let's follow the most excellent way. God bless you.